Hey guys, in today's video, I'm gonna show you 5 ways to improve your energy and your mental clarity. And you're probably wondering, what is this thing on my ear? I'm gonna talk about this. It's a form of neurostimulation that is amazing. You guys can check it out. So here they are, 5 ways. Number 1 is hydration. Okay, now I talk a lot about food and nutrition on this channel. I talk a lot about intermittent fasting. Those are great strategies. I'm not gonna go through that with these energy strategies. But the first thing is hydration. You've gotta hydrate your body well. Your body, you need it to be running like a river, not like a pond. When you're not hydrated, things stagnate and putrefy, and you become slow moving and slow thinking. So you gotta hydrate your body well. You need to be going to the bathroom. I mean, literally like every hour that you're awake, you really should be peeing, and that's how you're eliminating toxins from your system. That's how you're keeping things moving like a river, keeping your circulation working well, and you need water for all the different metabolic functions of your body. So good hydration is critical, but number 2 is really just as important. You've got to have the electrolytes. Electrolytes are absolutely critical as well, and most people are not getting enough. You know, most people are eating processed packaged foods, which are really high in really a poor form of sodium. You actually need sodium to drive up energy, especially if you're on a low carb ketogenic style diet, because when you're on a low carb diet, your insulin levels, insulin's a key hormone, brings sugar into the cells, insulin drops when you're on low carb or fasting. And when that happens, you actually excrete more sodium. Insulin causes you to retain sodium, to keep sodium in your system. And that's why people swell up when they're insulin resistant, they get high blood pressure. But when you are fasting, or if you're on a low carb diet, you're going to have low insulin, so you're gonna excrete more sodium. So really critical that you're salting your foods well when you are eating, or you can eat salted foods, things like pickles and grass-fed meats and sea vegetables and wild-caught fish. Now, I told you I wasn't gonna talk about food, but I guess I slipped into that. I couldn't help myself. But you gotta salt your foods well when you're eating. But if you want a quick pinch of energy, just take a little bit of salt, put it on your tongue, and drink water. And that will actually give you a charge of energy. Now, if you like a really great electrolyte powder, one that has potassium in it, magnesium, as well as the sodium you need, I really like this company, Element, right here, Element. This is great stuff. This is a watermelon salt flavor. They actually flavor it with stevia, and it has got the proper ratio. Element actually sponsors all different sports teams, Olympic athletes, and it's just really, really a great product. Has 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, 60 milligrams of magnesium, which is really the ideal ratio when you're sweating, when you're working intensely, if you're exercising intensely, or if you just want some energy. Getting that sort of ratio can really be helpful. So that's Element. They also have an unflavored, so if you're not into the flavoring, you can also get the unflavored as well. And you can check out the link in the show notes for more information. They actually have a free sample that they're giving away to my audience, where you can actually get a sample pack of the Element electrolytes, and all you do is pay shipping. So check that out at the link below. Now, if you don't want to purchase the product, just try taking a little bit of salt, and ideally like a good sea salt, and that can also really help you improve your energy levels. So try that out. You could also, if you want some potassium, magnesium, a little bit of lemon in your water also. So like warm lemon water actually can be really good, really energizing, helps hydrate your body, gets you some potassium, magnesium, vitamin C, and put a little bit of salt in there, and you get your sodium with that as well. So the great strategy. Number 3 is exercise. So we talked about hydration, we talked about electrolytes. Number 3 is getting regular exercise. So you obviously should have a regular exercise schedule, but outside of that, you also need to move your body regularly. If you're feeling sluggish, like if you're at work, you're trying to get stuff done, you're just feeling sluggish, go take a walk, or just go and crank out 20 squats or something like that. Just air squats, just getting movement. Movement helps drive up energy. And so movement helps improve your circulation, helps release endorphins, helps optimize neurotransmitter release and sensitivity in your brain. You will notice better energy, better mental alertness just by doing some quick movement, right? Again, going out, taking a walk, playing with your kids for a few minutes, or just going and doing some squats, right? 20 air squats can actually drive up your energy. Just try it right now while you're watching this video, you'll see. Okay, so that's number 3. Number 4 is going to be mindset, and really like the words that you speak over yourself and your affirmations. Okay, so if you're thinking, If you're sitting there and you're like, oh, I just feel tired, then guess what? You're gonna feel more tired when you say that. So you don't wanna say that. So instead you wanna say, you know what? I've got energy. I feel good. I'm mentally alert, right? And when you start saying that over yourself, that vibration starts to impact you. Words are vibration. That's really what it is. It's a vibratory energy, and there's energy in that. And so that helps lift up your energy. And so start saying things, words over yourself that will help give you more energy. I've got great energy. I'm excited about this. Back when I was in graduate school, I remember I was taking a class, and I had been reading a sports psychology book, and the guy was talking about, utilizing words to help drive your energy, your mental creativity, and your ability to memorize and learn. And so what I would do is I had kind of this little card that would remind me, and sat it on my desk. Every time I got tired of studying, I would read this card, and I would stand up and I would read it, and I would move around my room. And it was something along the lines of, I'm so excited to be able to learn this subject. I'm passionate about being the best that I can be. Learning and being, just reaching high productivity in my life. There was something along those lines, and it would just energize me, and it would kind of give me renewed focus when I would go back to studying. So that was very, very helpful for me. So that was number 4, just changing your words, and it's really about mindset, right? So having the right mindset and speaking powerful words are going to give you energy. And then number 5 is going to be a form of neurostimulation. Neurostimulation, that's what I got right here. Okay, now, neurostimulation can be done in a lot of different ways. Neurostimulation is basically just stimulating your nervous system. In fact, really, exercise is a form of neurostimulation. Speaking those words that I was talking about is a form of neurostimulation because you're really stimulating your nervous system. Well, you can also do it with, even your hands. You can tap, right? There's something called emotional freedom technique where people will tap different parts of their head, different acupressure points, and with saying things at the same time, and that helps them get over certain fears and get over certain anxieties that they have, and it's been really, really powerful. Or you can also do tapping to help improve your energy. In fact, there's a spot kind of right back here. This is called your mastoid bone. It's part of your skull right behind my ear. You can feel that bone. There are 4 nerves that run through here. One is your greater auricular nerve, which has to do with hearing. You also have your lesser occipital nerve, which runs back to the back of your skull. Those 2 nerves are part of your sympathetic nervous system, right? Which is your fight or flight nervous system. Now, also in this area, you have your cranial nerve 10, which is your vagus nerve, which travels down, goes actually into your heart, your lungs, your digestive system, and that's your major parasympathetic nervous system. It helps your body rest, it helps your body heal, it helps your body digest food effectively. And we want really good balance between our sympathetic and our parasympathetic nervous system. And it gives us this state of calm alertness. If we are accelerating our sympathetic nervous system, we feel anxiety, we feel irritability. We may feel driven and energized, but oftentimes it's too much. We're too excitable. If we're too parasympathetic, we're too relaxed, we're too calm, we're ready to take a nap. So we want this sort of calm alertness is the key here, which is kind of a balance between the sympathetic and the parasympathetic nervous system. So right back in this area, you can tap this area, or you can also use essential oils in there, but you can tap this area, right? And that will help your body to have this state of calm alertness. Now, what I love about this product that I've got right here, this is from a company, Zing, right, that you guys can see right here. And this is actually, there's been over 10 years of research on this particular product right here. It is the Zing Electric Energy Patch. And they've been doing research for over 10 years, and they found some really interesting things. In one study they did, that was a double-blind, placebo-controlled study, using this same Zing device, putting it right here, and what it does, it creates like a little electrical stimulation, right? It's basically like tapping, and it taps for roughly 5 to 7 minutes, so you don't have to do the tapping yourself. And scientists have found that that's actually the best amount of time to get the best stimulation here. And actually it will last for up to 4 hours where you have this great state of calm alertness. And they did a study, double-blind, placebo-controlled study, and 84% of the people that had this showed marked improvement in their mental alertness over the placebo group, right? So 84%. So most people were responding really, really well. And that was using the original strength. They also have the extra strength for some people that just need a little bit more of a buzz, right? And so they have that as well. And then they also did a survey, 2019 survey, and 90% of users of this said that they had improvement in alertness and also mental health, things like anxiety, depression, sadness, that they felt like they were performing better. They just felt better overall. So overall, huge scores in their mental health. And so this is a great little product. You basically just stick it right on. You just take it off, stick it right on here, and it zaps you for about 5 minutes. I will tell you that the original is comfortable. Like, I don't have any issues with this. The extra strength, for me, and I'm very lean, so you got to remember that. I'm very, very low body fat, 8% body fat. So for me, it's a little bit too intense, right? If you're thicker, you got a thick neck, you might need the extra strength to really get in there and stimulate those areas. But basically, I'm getting a balanced stimulation between these nerves, which helps give me this state of calm alertness. And it's great. It's a great little buzz. So to recap our video here, guys, number one is hydration. You got to hydrate well, at least half your body weight in ounces of water. And I always recommend drinking roughly about 4 ounces of water every 30 minutes. So when we're hydrating, 2 ounces is usually like a big gulp of water. Okay, so 2 big gulps every 30 minutes. Or let's say you're doing a meeting for 60 minutes and you're not able to drink, then drink roughly 8 ounces of water after that, right? So drink a cup of water after that. But you're trying to do this ratio while you're awake, not while you're sleeping, but while you're awake, up until maybe like an hour before you go to bed, where you're drinking roughly about 2 ounces of water for every 30 minutes, 4 ounces for every 30 minutes that you're awake, okay? So that's a really key ratio there. Now, you don't want to drink a whole lot with meals, okay? Because that will dilute your stomach acid, not a good idea. So stop drinking about 30 minutes or so before you eat, and then start drinking again 30 minutes after you eat, and start doing that ratio. So that was number one. Number two is electrolytes, just taking a little bit of salt, putting on your tongue. We talked about warm lemon water with a little bit of salt in it. That can be really helpful. We also talked about the elements, right? And how good the element recharge is, because it's got the right ratio of sodium, potassium, and magnesium for high performance. In fact, if you're an athlete, I would highly recommend, especially if you're exercising intensely and you are sweating a lot, utilizing the element will really help you perform better. So that was number two was the electrolytes. Number three was exercise, getting movement, getting exercise, getting out, taking walks, doing some air squats, having a regular exercise plan. If you're feeling tired throughout the day, like in the mid-afternoon, let's say, just get up and do some squats, right? That can be really helpful. 20 air squats, you'll notice an improvement. Or, if you're able to, go take a short walk, right? And that can also really help your energy. So that was number three. Okay, number four was the words that you speak over yourself, your affirmations. So if you're saying things like, I'm tired, you're gonna be tired. You gotta say, I'm energized, I'm excited, I'm passionate. When you start saying things like that, that naturally gives you energy. It wakes your cells up, wakes your brain up, you feel better. So that was number four. And number five was when we talked about the, basically stimulating our nervous system, right? So we want to stimulate that, and that's really what we're doing here with the Zing, okay? So Zing will help with that, right? Creating that state of calm alertness. You can also do it if you don't want to purchase the Zing. You can do it by tapping, right? So tapping, this is a key area right here, right in the back of the mastoid bone there, where those 4 key nerves, are running through there, and that will help to really balance out that nervous system, give you the state of calm alertness that you want, so you can have energy and perform at your peak. So guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the bell button. That way you get notified whenever I put up a new video, and we'll see you in the next one. Be blessed.